Hi Libra, welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot with me. My name's Carol. And if you're new to this channel, I want to welcome you. So glad you found me. This is a new channel. I started it about 6 months ago. So if you are coming back and you're watching my video again, thanks so much for coming back. It means a lot to me. In today's reading, we're going to be doing some inner child healing. And the inner child is a part of us that has been hidden away for years. And the inner child holds our belief systems, our memories, and all the big emotions that we had as a child that would have been, too big for us to handle. And so this inner child in us holds them. They're emotions like fear and shame and grief and hopelessness. So this unhealed part of us, our inner child, can cause a lot of problems if we don't pay attention to them. And they're that part of us that will cause us to seek, love in all the wrong places. They're the part of us that will attract people into our spaces that, will continue to abandon us or sabotage our goals. And it's just kind of left us going like, I don't understand, why are these patterns keep showing up in my life? And it's because we have unhealed parts of us, our inner children, that need to be healed. So it really is important that we make an effort to understand the needs of our inner child so that we can start to calm and lessen the intrusions that they're having in our daily life and all of our relationships, whether they be intimate relationships, people at work even, siblings, family members. And so we need to start to build this relationship with our inner child. And we do that by having a conversation with them, really, to start to find out, what do they need? What do they need to heal? Well, in order to heal, our inner children need to be listened to, they need to be heard, and they need to be understood. And they need you to make that known to them. So as you start to begin to build this relationship with them and begin to listen to them and understand what their needs are, it really is something that becomes an ultimate form of self-care for yourself, because you're meeting your own needs as you meet their needs. So, and it really makes you the priority in all of your relationships with everyone. And so let's begin this conversation with your inner child. Now, when I decided to sit down and, what decks could I use for this reading that would really make our inner children feel safe enough to come out and speak to us in this reading? And so I found a tarot deck that was a recent one that was that I purchased, and it's Radleigh Valentine's Animal Guides, because I thought that I wanted to pick a deck that had animals in it, because all little kids love animals, and so I wanted something that they could relate to. So I'm gonna start with that deck, and then I'm gonna clarify that with the Rider-Waite deck. And then I'm going to end with an oracle card, and it's going to be a spirit animal for us, right? So it'll be Colette Baron-Reid's spirit animal deck, which I love. And so it's really going to be focused around animals. In that, like I said, it's really going to, I want your inner child to feel comfortable in a setting where they'll come out and they're going to speak to us. And so in this reading, what we're going to do is first of all, we're going to ask your inner child, what does your inner child need right now? And then we're going to ask them and then we're going to look at how is this affecting your daily life, your relationships right now? And then finally, we're going to look at, well, how can you help your inner child heal right now? And that's the important part, right? And then I'll end it with a couple videos for you from my other channel called Carol Cares. And those are going to be videos that are going to really get you going and on your way to starting to connect and build a relationship with your inner child. So let's get started with your reading, Libra. We're going to look at what your inner child needs from you right now. So I'm going to ask for one card from Tarot. One card for what Libra needs, what Libra's inner child needs right now. One card, please, from Tarot. You got number 15, which is it's called the ego card, but it actually represents, and you get a Siamese cat here. It represents the devil. It's the devil card in the Rider-Waite deck. Interesting. The devil card. All right. How is this affecting your relationships right now, or you? Maybe there's patterns showing up that's going to come up here. So let's ask Tarot for one card here. It looked like there was about 10 that was going to come out here. I just want one card, please, for how this is affecting Libra. And you got the Dreamer, which is the Fool. Just like I had the picture in my head and I just couldn't think of the word. The Fool card for you in reverse. It's hard when they rename these cards and then you got to think about it. All right. How can you help your inner child right now, Libra? Looks like that one wants to come out. Okay. The Seven of Water. Cute kittens here. The Maine Coon kitten in reverse here, which is the Seven of Cups. You got a lot on offer here for sure. How are you going to pick what cat here? Okay, and you got the Shepherd puppy for the Dreamer. Puppies, kittens. So this is all about kittens and puppies. I'm wondering if you're someone that liked kittens and puppies. Maybe your inner child likes those. Because that's what you have here, which is quite interesting. Okay, so let's ask Tarot for some clarification. We're going to clarify this Devil card. Ego, first of all, number 15. 15 is the Devil. 2 to 3 cards. All right, 2 to 3 cards, please, for this Devil card. You did get 4, so I think I'm going to pick these 3 first. You have the 6 of Cups in reverse, the Page of Swords, the World card. And I'm not sure if this came at the end, but we'll have everybody here, the Queen of Swords. Okay, so you got 2 swords. Interesting here. The Dreamer, which is the Fool. 2 to 3 cards, please, to clarify this. Tell me more about the Dreamer. Strength card. 2 more. Oh, there's 1 there and 2. So this one came out first, which was the Ace of Swords, another sword here, and the 10 of Cups. The 7 of Water, 7 of Cups. 2 to 3 cards, please, for that one. Oh, that's interesting. You got the 7 of Cups again as a clarifier, so that's a very important card. Both of them in reverse. We'll talk about that one. Oh, there's way too many cards there. Can't take all those. Okay, just a couple more, please. Maybe it'll be quite comfortable. Oh, there it is. It wanted to come out. 6 of Wands in reverse. And 1 more. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so what does your child need right now from you, Libra? You have the Devil. I want to say death, but it's a Devil card. The Devil card. And so the Devil speaks to me because we're talking about the inner child here. It talks about normally it talks about attachments, things that we get really attached to, like addictions, but because it's an inner child here, I want to say that this is very much has to do with an attachment issue when you were younger. And you know, that's when you become attached to somebody when you're younger, and they get pulled from you, they get taken away from you, and sometimes, and that's where we get this attachment issue. There's different reasons why kids can have attachment issues, but has to do with an attachment issue with you. And so you have the Six of Cups, and Six of Cups is an inner child card. It's in reverse here. And I normally, when in a normal reading, I will say, well, this is the inner child. This is the chance to really get to know your inner child. And it speaks about our relationship. It's a relationship card, but it speaks about our relationship with our inner child. And this is in reverse here. So I'm seeing here that your inner child wants to have a relationship with you. And because it's in reverse, there has been a resistance to even like acknowledging that there is an inner child, or maybe acknowledging that, or maybe just, not really taking the time to talk to your inner child and form a relationship with your inner child because it's in reverse. And so the Page of Swords here comes up. And the Page of Swords is, all my pages, there are 4 pages in the deck. They are my inner children. I call them my inner child. So when the Page of Swords would come up in a reading, I'd say, well, this is an inner child. And whenever they come up, it's an inner child that needs healing all the time. And this particular Page of Swords the sword is all about authenticity and who they are. And so your inner child wants to speak to you, wants to talk to you about who they are, who they really are. They hold something that, because of some sort of attachment issue here, they really have lost part of their identity. But it's our inner children that hold our truth before that would have happened. So they hold the truth. They're the authentic ones. They know what happened and who you are. The World card comes up next, and that's an interesting card. And the World card speaks to me about, it's a card that comes near, it's 21, it's the last card in the major arcana, which is a universal force right here. And this card really speaks to me about an awareness, like just getting more aware of things in your life. And so this particular child, this inner child of yours, wants you to become aware, wants you to become aware of them, and also wants you to become aware of who you are, what your truth is, because they hold that. And the Queen of Swords is next, which is interesting. She has the sword. This is the feminine part of us. My queens in my deck are the feminine part of us. We all have this feminine part of us, and we all have a masculine part of us. Doesn't matter what gender you are. A lot of people would like to argue this, but the feminine side of us, which has been hidden for quite a while, like for decades and decades, and they really hold some beautiful qualities. And this Queen of Swords speaks again about authenticity, who you are. And so I'm really seeing here that because of this attachment issue here that's happened, you have really lost a sense of who you are, the truth about yourself, your authentic self. And this inner child that needs healing wants to share this with you, wants to heal from something that happened when they were younger. That has to do with that, where they have this attachment issue. Now, how is this showing up in your life today? How is it affecting your relationships? Well, you start with the dreamer, and that's the Fool card. And this is in reverse. Normally when, and you know, it's interesting that it's called the Dreamer card, because if you think of a child, they love to dream. They love to dream. They have a big imagination, and so maybe as a child, you know, your imagination was cut off somehow, or you stopped dreaming. And how is this affecting your life today when you stopped dreaming when you were a child? Well, it really makes you hesitant to try new things, to, you know, just not sure of yourself. Because when the Fool comes up in a reading, and it doesn't come up often, but it comes when, I always say it comes in a reading when and it can come anywhere in the reading. That's why it's number 0. It belongs anywhere. It's just kind of that universe that wants to give you this push off the cliff to make you move, because maybe you've kind of been in a stalemate, or you've just kind of been reluctant, afraid to move or take your life in a different direction, and you know, this has a lot to do with being unsure of who you are. And that's why the Fool card is here right now, but it's in reverse. And that's why I'm saying there's probably a lot of fear that sits in your system, just unsure of what to do. And the Strength card comes right underneath it. And this Strength card is all about, I mean, look at this woman. She's not afraid to open the mouth of this lion. She knows she's not going to get bit. She just knows it. And she has that calmness about her, because it's interesting that you have cats and dogs. And if you think about it, you know, sometimes there's dogs that will, you have cats and dogs here. Dogs will growl at certain people, and you almost wonder, like, why are they growling at that person but they won't growl at another? I don't know why this is coming up, but it kind of explains this, where it's like, this lion senses that this woman, like, everything is going to be okay, and maybe she's done this before, and she's very comfortable in her own skin. And sometimes when I think that when dogs growl at certain people, it's because they're people that have a lot of anxiety, and this dog can feel it and doesn't trust it. If this woman had a lot of anxiety here, this lion would feel it and probably wouldn't trust her. But she's very comfortable in her strength, very comfortable in who she is, that she can do this. And so I'm wondering here if, you know, maybe you're someone that has a lot of anxiety, not sure of what to do, right? Because, and that's affecting a lot of things in your life with you, because you're just one to not take risks. And the Ace of Swords comes up, and that's the offer from the universe. This is a gift from the universe in an upright position. It says here's a sword. Here's your truth. This is who you are. You know, you are this strong person. You are this person, but you doubt yourself. You doubt yourself. And that's why you're afraid to take a new step. You're afraid to go and do what you want to do. But your truth here is all related. Your inner child knows your truth. They just need some healing. They need you to get in touch with them. There's something that happened with them when they're younger regarding this attachment. And this is in reverse here. So again, you are hesitant to find out who you are, to believe that you're somebody different, to believe that you're this woman, you know, right here that has this strength. You doubt it. And yet what comes next is this beautiful Ten of Cups. Beautiful Ten of Cups. And it represents the cups of emotions. It's number 10 in the Pentacles, in the Cups. So it's right at the end of the Pip cards, which means this is a full range of emotions. And we're all meant to have this beautiful rainbow of emotions. Emotions are meant to flow in us. We process them, we feel them, and out. And they flow in and they flow out. They're not supposed to get stuck, right? And so this tells me that, you have the strength, you have the capability. This is what the strength card is all about. The strength card is really about going inwards and feeling all of these emotions. I think there's a big part of you, now that I'm getting this, a big part of you that's petrified, scared, because this Fool card is coming in reverse, scared to go inwards and find out who you are and to feel those emotions of what your younger child felt. There's when this attachment thing came about, and I'm wondering if something happened to you that has to do with that. And now you're afraid to touch this, but your authenticity is caught up in it, of who you really are. If you can heal this younger part of you that knows who you are, that had to go through this attachment incident when you're younger, and grieve for them because they couldn't when they were younger. Those emotions were too big. And you're an adult now. You can do this. You have the strength. You can do this. You can turn this around and find out who you are. You have the strength here. 10 of Cups are here. You have the strength to feel all of those emotions. And so how can you help your inner child? Well, you get the 7 of Cups, and you get it twice. You got it here, and you got it here. This is the clarifier. And so we need to talk about the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups talks about all of these beautiful things on display. Oh, look at it in the cups. Look at all those things falling out of it. Beautiful things not showing not knowing what to pick. Look at this, all these beautiful little kittens here. Which one are you going to pick? So much. You want it all. It's in reverse. What does that mean? Well, in an upright position, this talks about all these distractions in your life. All these distractions that you have going on. And most people that have a lot of distractions going on, it's because they don't want to go inwards. They don't want to feel. They don't want to hear what their inner child has to say to them. And that is really causing you, so you need to, what it says is you need to turn that around. You need to become less distracted. And there's a big need here because there's 2 of them. And it's telling you that you need to take some time. You have to let some of these things go. You're very much, busy. That's the word it's coming here. Busy, right? Busy, going in all kinds of directions, filling our life with so many things to do. Look at me, look how busy I am. Oh, I'm so busy. We need to slow down, because you have the Queen of Pentacles right here, and I'm going to talk about her. She's going to talk about this busyness. This next card you have talks about everything that needs to happen here. So this is the 6 of Wands. My 6s in my deck are all about duality. They have 2 sides to them. So if you turn this card over, this is a person coming home from battle. He's got his supporters over here. He has a wreath card here, wreath, and a wreath on his head. So it's very much a victory card. Looks like a victory card, right? Coming home from battle, I won the war. But there's another side to this. So what's the other side to winning? It's losing. If you were to pull this green blanket off of this horse, underneath that would be the loss. And that's what this reading is all about for you. It's asking you to pull that green blanket off of that horse and deal with what's underneath of it. Underneath it is the grief that your younger child here needs to feel because of this loss you felt when you were younger with this attachment issue. There's a loss here. And I think you have spent, significant part of your life avoiding it. And like I talked about this busyness. And we do that because we avoid our emotions. We don't want to deal with them. But you have the Strength card here. You can deal with this. And the Queen of Pentacles is the last card. We talked about the busyness here. The Queen is we had a Queen yet. Yes, we talked about a Queen. We talked about the Queen being the feminine aspect of ourselves. This now is the Queen of Pentacles. The Swords talked about our authenticity and who we are. The Pentacles in reverse here. First we'll put her upright. She talks about the body. The Queen of Pentacles loves the body. The feminine aspect of us loves the body, loves to get still so that she can ground herself, get back into her body and feel those painful emotions that you need to feel. She's in reverse, which means there's a resistance on your part to doing that. And you need to turn that around. Sometimes when there's a resistance, it can be depression. It can be maybe some anger that's sitting there because the Queen doesn't want to sit in resistance. She doesn't want to sit upside down. She wants to be upright. And so I think it's very important for you to learn how to ground yourself, to get still, because you have these 7 of Cups here, 2 of them in reverse. That tells me that you're very busy. So we need to take time, make time for you. Take time out of your schedule and sit still with yourself and learn how to ground yourself. And I'm going to give you some videos at the end. Once you've learned how to ground yourself, get back into your body, because that's where our emotions are. We keep busy in our heads. We keep busy doing things on the outside so that we don't have to go in our bodies and feel. We all do it. And once you learn how to ground yourself, that's when you can start to journal. And you allow your inner child to tell you about their grief and to tell you about who they are. And that gives them a voice when you journal. You ask them, what do you need? And they can write back to you and they tell you. So I'll leave you with some journaling videos, and I'm going to leave you with some grounding videos. But before I do that, I'm going to leave you with a final spirit animal card for you. And the giraffe spirit comes out. It's called See the Big Picture. Where's my book? Here's my book. 29, giraffe spirit. Giraffes stretch upward to reach the treetops and look down from a high vantage point. When giraffe spirit appears, it is a sign to observe from a higher view. In all aspects of life, it's time to stretch your neck out and broaden your view. Open your eyes to what others need or are experiencing and see the big picture you fit into. No matter how great your wisdom, your knowledge, or experience, you don't want to overlook details and connections that will help you better understand yourself and your circumstances. So stretch yourself. Look beyond what catches your attention at eye level and know that not everything is as obvious as you might like it to be. Spirit will bestow upon you a new perspective that might make all the difference in the world. What a beautiful ending for you. Stretch yourself. I dare you to start to learn how to ground yourself, to get still, and to get back into your body. Talk soon, Libra. Bye-bye.